This right here is why I don't pre-order games or consoles anymore, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's first head into my local Target store in search of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. First off, I headed right back to the back of the electronics store, and lo and behold, right off the rip, I ended up seeing the game, and they had about 5 or so copies, and this is about 11 a.m. on Thursday when the game released. While I was waiting on an employee to get me the keys to unlock it, I actually noticed they ended up having 3 of the Switch Lite Zeldas, but I ended up paying for the game and got out of there pretty quickly, and the game looks absolutely amazing. But since I got it from Target and it was the day it released, they even gave me this mystery puzzle, which is totally awesome. Because honestly, I didn't expect to get the mystery puzzle, which is pretty cool. I haven't put it together, but I think it's cool when places do pre-orders like this where you get a little bit of a bonus. I wasn't expecting it though, because Target usually sells out of these things if you don't get in the door as soon as they open. But we are not complaining because I ended up getting the puzzle and the game. These are definitely awesome. I'm really super stoked to play this, but we've got to wait until my Switch Lite comes, so let's wait until it gets here.
Several days later.
So I finally got this in the mail on Saturday. Yes, this game came out on Thursday. We'll talk about this in just a minute, but first I want to say, the reason I'm upset about this is because normally I don't pre-order games or anything like that anymore, solely because I've had a few times where the game hasn't came out on the Thursday or Friday it's supposed to, and then it comes in like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it's just a big mess, which is so annoying. If you pre-order something 4 months in advance, and they know when it's supposed to release, you should be getting it the day it releases. If not, maybe a day early on accident. I think that should be perfectly fine and allowable. But if you've noticed on the channel here, I oftentimes don't pre-order games, and you see me going into Target, Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, any place near me that has the game the day it comes out, because usually there's so many of these made, you can walk into one of those stores, unless it's the very first day that a console is releasing, like when the Switch released or the PlayStation 5 released or something like that. But if it's just a run-of-the-mill game or console that's been out for a while, like the Switch, you should be able to just walk in and get it. And now I've had to go to multiple places, but for the most part, I'm usually able to find it. However, when this thing was announced back in July, I pre-ordered it, and it took 3 months for it to actually come out, which is perfectly fine. I knew that was happening, but it also took 3 extra days than it was supposed to, so that's really super annoying. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what is all about. I'm really kind of disappointed, but I guess that's okay. I got it in my hands, and thankfully I wasn't having to wait to actually play the game, because I would have been disappointed. As you saw, I walked into Target the day it released, and they had 3 of these, but I already bought it, and it was supposed to be delivered on Thursday, but for whatever reason, FedEx messed that up, and that's really super annoying. Ooh, let's set this box aside and let's just take a look at that. This thing looks absolutely awesome. I love the small form factor of the Switch Lite. If you've seen the channel, I always talk about this thing. This is definitely awesome. This is the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Edition Switch Lite, as you can see, but it also ends up coming with 12 months of the individual Nintendo Switch plus expansion pack for the Switch Online, which is totally amazing. That makes this definitely well worth picking up. This was $200, which is great. Plus you've got it's like 40 or 60 bucks a year for that pass. So you're doing well there. Now, I will complain, the game actually doesn't come with this, but to be fair, this is not marketed as a Zelda Echoes of Time console, just as a Hyrule edition, which is okay. And the back just looks insane if you can see that, as well as the sides have... these things are totally awesome. Unfortunately, it did get a little beat up on top in shipping, but we'll be okay. I'm not too upset here. However, I think it's time we get into this and open it up and check this thing out. If you notice, they do have seals on these. Some, I believe, didn't. Like other older Switches didn't, but that's okay. We are going to kind of... I'm going to try to not peel any of the... there's a few little specks that came off, but that's perfectly okay because I'm so stoked to get this thing open. This thing is going to look totally awesome, but I'm going to slide it out and let you guys see it first. Let's make sure everything looks good here. And here we go. Ooh, just look at those gold, I guess what would normally be Joy-Cons. Obviously, it's not Joy-Cons, but gonna have to just pop this off. And right there is this Switch Lite. This thing is so small. It's so absolutely awesome. We're gonna slide that right out, and ooh, the little Triforce down here that looks pretty dope. And then on the back, just check this out. Look how awesome that looks. This thing is going to be totally amazing. I love that there's a D-pad on it. I absolutely love the Switch Lite. People talk bad about it being too small, but I have a clear case that I put on mine from Hori. Makes it perfectly sized. And perfect for on the go. Ooh, this thing just looks awesome with the black accents. This is just so great. Now, I will say, it does come with a few other things here. I'm just going to set this off. Put it in the wrapping paper for now. I don't want to get it all scratched up. But if you flip it over, ooh, okay, so this is where I'm happy. This also comes with more stuff, which includes a charger, which I guess I should have expected, to be honest. But I'm so used to like the 3DSs not coming with them. When I see something like this with the Switch Lite, I'm definitely stoked. As well as it has the expansion pack. You can't see the code, which is great. The whole expansion pack, you've got all the NES, the SNES, all that stuff. The Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy, the Nintendo 64, Mario Kart 8, Animal Crossing, Splatoon 2, and the Genesis stuff. And then on the back, it shows all the Zelda stuff you can play with it, which I think is actually pretty awesome. I did complain a little bit that the new Zelda game wasn't, like, with this. You don't get a download code or anything, but I think this kind of makes up for it. So I'm very, very happy for this thing. I absolutely think this is going to become my Switch Lite for go-to. Now, obviously, I've got a teal one. Ooh, sweet. I didn't even notice that Switch logo on the back. I've got the teal one now, but I think this one might become my go-to Switch Lite. However, I'm super stoked. I'm maybe halfway through this game, so I'm about to get out of here because I gotta play some more stuff. This game is absolutely amazing so far. I'm loving it. It's got the Breath of the Wild map, which is cool. I love the art style. It looks amazing. But this game feels like A Link to the Past or something along those lines. So if you like those old ones, definitely give this a go. I'm really enjoying it. I think you will too if you like A Link to the Past or Link's Awakening, the one that looks like that on the Switch. You should definitely pick this one up. But I'm getting out of here. This has been a crazy good pickup with the games, and then finally this coming in even after a few days of Best Buy messing up. But I'm happy, so I'm getting out of here because I gotta go play this. So check that video out if you haven't already. But what do you think? Was this worth picking up with the Switch 2 coming out soon? Or should I have waited for that? Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. But thank you so much for watching. I'm getting out of here because I got to go play that Zelda game. So check that video out if you haven't already.